Well, hello, Trey. I'm going to make the screen recording for you so that we can talk about all the features and things on your website, and that way I'm able to explain them to you and give you a better understanding of the thought process behind the website, and hopefully you'll like it as much as I do. So, first I'm just going to go there, and I apologize for my office sounding hollow, but it's kind of empty except for a rug and a desk and a computer. So, okay. Well, the top bar is not normally there. That's just because I'm an admin and I happen to have been logged in to the screen. So I'm going to do is log out so it's not there. And go to the website like this. Okay. So, the first thing to note is I made you a cute little fave icon. And anytime anybody bookmarks the website or the website is referenced anyway, this little icon shows up next to the name of the website thing. So I think that that's pretty cool. Um, your menu, you had mentioned, was not very intuitive, but um, you're going to need to help me there with what you feel is more intuitive because this is roughly based on the current website menu and it really covers everything that's needed. And I'll go over that a little later on in this screen recording. So the next thing I want to reference is this imagery here. I know you said that you want a middle-aged Caucasian family or something with a dog, and I just want you to understand the reason that this image was picked is because it matches famously with your logo, the color scheme. And you wouldn't believe how hard that is to get right. And I'm making the website look, in my opinion, much more professional when things are all matchy-matchy like that. The other cool thing is the people are looking at this area here, and so it gives a visual effect of they're interested in what this says. So, with your permission, I'm going to leave this for now like this, and I am going to search my available image database for something that fits your criteria for the content while fitting my criteria for aesthetics, because in my opinion it needs to be a perfect image like this one here. So that is the first thing that I will have on my list of things to take care of when we do revision or round two, if you will. Um, right now I have a nod going through the website and just polishing everything and making sure everything is as it should be. No, he's doing QA basically. No glaring mistakes. There's going to be things that we'll have to definitely update in revision round two, but I think for now, once we go through this website together, you're going to see, like I do, that it's ready to launch, and then we can make revisions in the coming months. Okay, so um, uh, the next thing is the contact Trey button here goes directly to your contact page. That's going to be the case throughout the website. Everything is being driven to the contact page. Uh, the next thing I want to draw your attention to is these boxes here with the icons in them. I want you to know that I personally uh, created each and every one of those icons for this area. And this area is extremely important because of the new search algorithms that are focusing more on answering questions and being voice driven. So consider, instead of typing a search parameter, you're requesting Siri or whatever. And more, this is happening more and more. So I tap Siri and I say, hey Siri, how do I get rid of stinging insects? Or can you help me find somebody that gets rid of stinging insects? And in doing so, we're answering that question. So I'm asking Siri to find me somebody that can get rid of stinging insects. We need to have not just the words stinging insects on the website, but the action of getting rid of the stinging insects to drive people to this website via the new search algorithms that focus on voice questions. So these boxes were created for two reasons. They were created to be a visual effect for people visiting the website on a computer, and also for the voice searching that I referenced. And it has become highly important regardless of the business. I'm doing this more and more, website after website. It's called application pages. Basically, whatever service you are offering, we go ahead and we make a group of pages that tell us the application of that service. So in your case, it's these, and I'm doing a window tinting guy. In his case, it's all about window tinting, and a tattoo guy, same thing. So, but I'm doing this a lot, so I want you to know that. So each one of these blocks will go ahead and they'll click through to their own specific page regarding that specific problem that we're going to solve for the client who is searching for the solving of their problem. So in this case, going to stinging insects, of course, would take you to the stinging insect page. And there's a couple awesome things to note about this is these subpages all have their own animated insect or pest, if you will. In this case, it's the stinging insect. You'll see it's a very subtle animation. It's called Ken Burns effect. I don't know if you're familiar with that. And it just kind of looks like it's growing. So then, of course, the page and the information about the stinging insects. A contact tray button is going to be at the bottom of each and every one of these pages to drive them to contact you. On the side, we have your blog, which is right here, and this will automatically load the most recent 4 blog posts that you've written. So as I add a post or you add a post, what will happen is the top most recent 4 will always load into this spot. And here we have some links to the city pages, and how I put it in here was some of the cities Trace serves, and these are going to randomly populate this area too, so there should always be like different cities populating in here, just whatever random 5 cities in the sidebar. And then we have the search up here at the top. So we're going to go back to the home page and continue on. So like I said, each and every one of these, the eradication of rodents has its own page here as well, and it has all the same sidebar stuff. It's all neatly laid out. And these pages reduce down very nicely, as you can see, as it gets on a smaller and smaller screen. It reduces down beautifully for mobile. You have the mobile menu, and you have the picture reducing down as well as the content reducing down, and it reduces down beautifully. You're going to find that it looks wonderful on mobile as it does on any other device, which is a very important thing, as we know. Okay, so back to the home page again. So I'm not going to click every single one of these boxes because you get the idea. The next thing I want to show you is this section here. In doing a lot of my SEO research through SEO Profiler, I found that when it comes to pest control companies, one of the top 3 things that companies care about past your promptness and success is, do you listen to the customer? Do you have chemical sensitivity products to help with that? And the EPA, basically the green people, they want you to do it green. So those are the most important things to a lot of people. So I felt that they were front page worthy, and each of these clicks into its own page as well. The thing about these pages are, I think that in revision round 2, it would be really awesome if you took some time to rewrite these pages. I gleaned the information from your old website, and I did my best with that, but I feel like a couple of them could use a little bit more meat. And like this one, yeah, it's very small. So I would like to task you with that as you have time. Excuse me. Okay, so that's that section. And notice how we're staying with the same color theme, and everything is kind of looks like it belongs together. Oops, sorry. Okay, so in this section, is also pretty cool. We have your face and a little bit about you and your license. People feel more comforted when they see licenses. Here we have a pull quote of one of your reviews, and here we have a click to where we can go through and we can read more reviews. And I absolutely love the review page because um, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it, but here is what we have so far. And so what will happen is if people want to leave you a review, they click this and bam, and they fill it out. And when they hit add testimonial, we get an email saying, hey, someone left a testimonial for you. And we can go into the back end of the website and hit delete or approve, depending on if we like it or not. And if we approve it, then it gets auto-populated into this page at the top of the list, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go back to the home page. Okay, so that's the testimonial and about you page. Now this section down here is pretty neat, I think anyway. These will this area auto-populates with any random 2 cities. So it's always going to be a couple of different cities that pop up in this spot as the page loads. So I'm going to go ahead and hit reload, and I'm going to see, yep, so you get different cities. And there we go. I think that the city pages are absolutely gorgeous. I hope you've had a chance to look at them. But I really love the parallax effect of that, and I just think that they came out very nice. Sorry. Okay, so same sidebar that I explained earlier. We'll go back to the home page. And so in this spot, we have your blog post. Now, I don't know if you want to call it Tales from Trey. You can call it Trey Talks. I mean, you let me know what you want to call it. And I will change that area to whatever you want to name it. But the cool thing about this spot is it's always going to load in the latest 2 blog posts. So you always have the most current 2 blog posts in this spot. And these click through to the blog post page. And here we have your blog posts. Down here we have related posts. So these are like the last 3 or no, actually I think they're random. They're random in here. Related posts, just more of your stuff. So anything that you've written will be under Trade Talks and it'll load in here. Okay, back to the home page again. Then we have a section about Trey here. We have contact you again here. That clicks through to the contact page again. Bamdi Bipti, which is very nice. And then the cool effect, I think you might like it. I like it, of the logos that you're affiliated with working. They load in with a little bounce. And when you hover over, you can see the name of each of them too. And they all click through to the website. We can add more here, take away from his spot as you like. The only thing we have to do is keep them relatively the same size for them to look nice in that spot. And then down at the bottom, we just have a little image gallery of some familiar pests. And a little blurb about you and being an active member of these organizations. And then the cities are loading in here. I couldn't think of another thing to put there. So if you need something better there, by all means, let me know what you think we could auto-populate in that spot. There's a little button here that takes us back to the top, which is kind of cute. A link to your Facebook page. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of below the record screen. Yeah, see right here. It goes to your Facebook page. Okay, so that's the home page. The expertise page is all of the things that you do and your expertise, and they're all linked to their own specific pages. Each of these pages has the Ken Burns effect image here, a description of what it is you do, and a contact button on the side of each one. So each one of those has that. Reviews I showed you, about I showed you, contact is just your contact page, which is pretty cool. About is about you. And you can update this too if you'd like to give me new text for the about page. I took it right off of your current website. And now I want to show you, okay, trade stories. This is where it auto populates onto its own main page. So this would be all your blog posts would load in here. Top ones are always going to be the most recent. There's a load more button, so the person using can load more, and it loads more into there, which is pretty cool. And so far, these are all you have, so that's why there's no more load buttons. But each one of these links into its own blog post, as you can see. And finally, the piece of resistance, the thing that took us the longest to put together, is the service area page. And I think this is just absolutely gorgeous. I want to show it to you. So here we have this top three is like a feature area, and again, each of these auto-populates the counties. So the counties will auto-populate up top, and as you refresh, it changes. So there will always be, random 3 counties, one randomly featured as the big one, and then and 2 randomly set onto the side out of the ones that you serve. Then below that, I have it set to randomly add the city pages just in here, and I just absolutely love how the city pages came out. I love this feature. And I love when you click into them that we have these big, beautiful imagery, the maps, all the links. I've had a non go through and make sure that all the links are working, and that was a big job. And then we have related posts will come up here at the bottom, which are just more city pages. And I think the city pages just came out really great. I love the service area pages with the counties at the top and the cities filing in at the bottom with the load more button. And I just hope that you like it too. Each of the county pages, you click into them, and it's going to give you all of the cities within that county. Pretty cool, right? Same for Island County. It's going to give you all the Island County and so forth. So Trey, that is a tour of your new website, and I am excited to get it launched. I hope that you feel like I do, that it's time to do that. And once you give me the go-ahead, I'd like to get going and setting that all up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to direct your other domains to specific landing pages within this website. For instance, your B links could go directly to this page because you have a contact to you on every page. So I think your B link should go to this page and so forth. And I'm just going to link all the domains to the appropriate spots based on their names. And I think if we potentially, it's up to you, we could even do the Northwest Community link domains linked to the service area. Totally up to you though. But I really want to get the site launched at least under the main Pest Control Northwest banner. And I hope that you like the website as much as I do. And if you want to do changes, I'm willing to discuss for sure. It's your website. And I just hope that we can do like a round 2, because I think at the first revision, we're really at a point where we're done now. And if we want to revisit, we can we can definitely revisit after the launch. I really hope you feel as I do, and I really hope that you like it. I'm very proud of the work that we did on this one. It really looks good. So like I said, I have an going through and QAing everything now and making sure there's no glaring errors, and he should be done the end of day today. So I'd love to hear from you, And I'd love for you, Tommy, to watch it. Okay. Take care, Trey, and I know we'll talk soon.